This week in world news, headlines that shook the globe. From political shockwaves to terrifying mid-air emergencies, here's what you need to know. We'll take you from the halls of power in Moscow and Pyongyang to the tense waters of the South China Sea, breaking down complex stories into clear and concise reports. So buckle up, because this is a wild ride through the events shaping our world right now. In a move that has sent ripples across the international community, Russian President Vladimir Putin made a historic visit to North Korea this week, meeting with Kim Jong-un. This marks the first time a Russian leader has set foot in North Korea since 2000, underscoring a deepening relationship between the two nations. The Kremlin has framed the visit as a discussion on regional stability and economic cooperation, but many analysts see it as a strategic move by Putin to shore up alliances amid mounting pressure from the West. With Russia facing increasing isolation due to the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, North Korea represents a potential partner in challenging the existing world order. The meeting has sparked concerns about potential arms deals between the two nations, both of whom are under heavy international sanctions. US intelligence officials have warned that Russia is seeking to acquire North Korean artillery shells and rockets to replenish its dwindling stockpiles. This burgeoning alliance between two of the world's most isolated and heavily sanctioned nations has sent alarm bells ringing across the globe. As tensions continue to escalate, the implications of this historic meeting are only beginning to unfold. In a bizarre turn of events, Ivanka Trump and Hillary Clinton find themselves linked in an alleged $150 million real estate scam that has rocked New York City. The story centers around a Manhattan building purchased by a shell company for a surprisingly low price, only to be flipped for a massive profit weeks later. The plot thickens as records now indicate that the shell company's deed transfer was mistakenly filed with the names of Ivanka Trump and Hillary Clinton as buyers, despite neither woman having any involvement in the transaction. The New York City Registrar's office has called it a clerical error of epic proportions, but the damage, it seems, is already done. Conspiracy theories have exploded online, with some speculating that this is evidence of a deeper, more sinister connection between the Trump and Clinton families. Others dismiss it as an absurd coincidence, highlighting the already chaotic nature of New York City's real estate market. Whether an honest mistake or a sign of something more nefarious, the story has captivated the public imagination, further blurring the lines between fact and fiction in an already polarized political climate. Tensions in the South China Sea reached a boiling point this week as a Chinese naval vessel collided with a Philippine Coast Guard ship. The incident occurred near the disputed Spratly Islands, a chain of islands claimed by both China and the Philippines. The Philippines has accused China of aggressive tactics and violating international law, while China maintains that the Philippine vessel was encroaching on its territorial waters. The incident comes on the heels of China enacting a new law that allows its Coast Guard to fire on foreign vessels in disputed waters. This latest standoff underscores the volatile situation in the South China Sea, where China's assertive territorial claims have led to frequent clashes with its neighbors. The United States has called for a peaceful resolution to the dispute, but has also increased its naval presence in the region, raising fears of a potential conflict. As both sides refuse to back down, the possibility of miscalculation and escalation remains a serious concern, threatening to draw the region into a wider conflict with global implications. Passengers aboard an Australia-bound flight experienced a terrifying ordeal this week when one of the plane's engines caught fire mid-flight, forcing an emergency landing in New Zealand. The Qantas flight, carrying over 200 passengers, was en route from Fiji to Sydney when the incident occurred. Harrowing accounts from passengers describe hearing a loud bang followed by violent shaking. Passengers reported seeing flames shooting from the engine, and many feared for their lives as the plane rapidly lost altitude. The pilot managed to shut down the affected engine and execute an emergency landing in Auckland, New Zealand. Emergency services were on standby as the plane landed safely, and thankfully, there were no reported injuries. While Qantas has commended the crew's professionalism and quick thinking, the incident has raised concerns about airline safety and the terrifying reality of mid-air emergencies. The murder of Rachel Morin, a young Maryland woman, has sparked outrage and a political firestorm after the arrest of an illegal immigrant in connection with the case. Morin's body was found on a popular hiking trail, and the gruesome nature of the crime has sent shockwaves through the community. Police have charged an illegal immigrant, identified as 23-year-old Mario Granados Alvarado, with first-degree murder in Morin's death. Law enforcement officials have confirmed that Granados Alvarado had entered the United States illegally and had no prior criminal record. The case has become a flashpoint in the national debate over immigration, with conservative politicians and commentators seizing on the tragedy to criticize the Biden administration's border policies. They argue that Morin's death is a direct result of what they call open border policies that allow dangerous criminals to enter the country. The Biden administration has pushed back against these claims, emphasizing the need for a comprehensive approach to immigration reform while expressing condolences to Morin's family. The case continues to fuel heated debate, highlighting the deep political divisions surrounding immigration in the United States. As the world grapples with these shocking events, it's more important than ever to stay informed and engaged. From geopolitical tensions to heartbreaking tragedies and alleged scandals, the stories we've covered today highlight the complexities of our world. Stay informed and engaged as these stories develop. For more updates on these and other breaking news stories from around the globe, keep watching.